What's up, D&G? It's Matt, and welcome to another NFL video for the regular season 2021. We're in week 3, and you know the drill. I pick games, I talk about them, and just some fun stuff in between. All right, here we go. So, Thursday night, we got the Panthers versus the Texans. If Tyrod Taylor wasn't injured, I would give this a little upset for the Texans, but I'm going to give it to the Panthers just because Tyrod Taylor's really the only one who's been popping off, and that's why the Texans have been winning. So without him, I don't think they're going to be able to score as much. So give me the Panthers there. And I am very fucking sick. Next up, you got the Chargers and the Chiefs. I personally, this is a game to watch. Like this is one of my key games. I have about 4 or 5 of them every week. This one is a key game because I can see the Chargers realistically winning this, but why the fuck would I pick against the Chiefs? Some people did. They picked the Ravens, but other than that, I, the Ravens are the Chargers are not the Ravens. Okay, so let's calm down. Chiefs are gonna be out for blood, so I got the Chiefs on this one. Next up, you got the Cardinals versus the Jaguars, and really the record is gonna say everything here. And yeah, give me the Cardinals. Not much to talk about here. Jaguars, Trevor's been struggling. They even have average opponents. They haven't had some NFC West caliber team like the Cardinals. So yeah, good luck with that. Next up, you got the Browns versus the Bears, and this could be a key matchup, but I decided it not to be. Justin Fields is starting for the Bears. Potential upset, but I'm still going to pick the Browns here. I think it's fair. Oh my god, I'm about to fucking cough my lungs out, man. Next up, you got the Washington football team with King Commander Taylor Heinicke. Just kidding, no. Taylor Heinicke is actually a god. Versus the Bills. Maybe they should bring out Mitch Trubisky and Taylor Heinicke, and they could just have a fucking duel. I do like Washington's defense when they have a defense. Other than that Giants game where there were just no defense at all. But if there is a defense, I'm still gonna pick the Bill. I'm still gonna pick the Bills here. All right, but this could be an upset. If if the Steelers didn't already beat the Bills, I think Bills would have got ahead of themselves and would have lost to the football team. But now they're 1-1. I don't think they can afford that. They already know what it's like to lose, and they don't want to win again. I mean, they don't want to lose again. So yeah, give me the Bills here. Should be a pretty close battle actually, just because of that defense, and Heinicke really can drive the ball down with that offense. So yeah, this could be a good game, and that's why it is a GTW, a game to watch. Next up, you got the Titans and the Colts. The Colts are going to Tennessee to play their division rival. Is it going to work out? Titans have been hot, they've been cold, and the Colts have really been all cold. So could this be a potential upset? I can see it happening, but I really think the Titans are going to sweep the Colts here. I don't like the Colts. I think Carson Wentz is injured again, so there's that. He just can't stay healthy. A lot of people said this team is gonna be the top of the division. The Colts were, and I don't believe it. I think the Titans are gonna pick it up after all that hype in week 1 died out. I think they're just gonna start nothing but up for them, right? Nothing but up for the Titans. So should be a Titans win. Next up, you got the Saints versus the Patriots. Jameis Winston usually throws interceptions every other game, so this one could be close. Versus the Patriots, Bill Belichick. Mac Jones looked pretty good against the Jets, but it is the Jets. I don't even remember who I picked here. Who do I have? I got the Patriots. There you go. Give me the Patriots. I don't trust Jameis Winston. I feel like you're either gonna get Jameis Winston the bad three interceptions, or he absolutely destroys the fucking defense and puts up like 35 points like he did against the uh the Packers. So uh I'm probably gonna lose no matter what here, but I think the safest bet is the Patriots. So hope you guys understand. Next up, you got the Tank Bowl. Falcons versus the Giants, the battle of the shitty teams. Who we got for this one? I'm gonna give it game to watch, by the way, just because of how shit. Like, we're gonna find out who the shittiest team is for real. Maybe. Game to watch. Give the Falcons the win. I don't like the Giants. The Giants could choke everything. The Falcons could choke everything. Really, it's just who's got the better quarterback, and I'd give it to Matt Ryan. So, that's literally it. Next. Next up, you got the division game. The battle of third place in the division, or even higher, perhaps. The Bengals versus the Steelers. Holy fuck. I feel like I'm gonna die. Alright, you got the Bengals versus the Steelers. Bengals looked abysmal against the Bears. They threw. Although they had 4 turnovers in a row and Burrow had 3 interceptions in a row, they came back with like 4 minutes left and it became a 3-point game where all he had to do was Hendrickson just had to tackle Fields on third down and they would have got the ball back. So, pretty impressive. That defense is doing pretty good. And I think that's exactly what they need against the Steelers defense to be able to win this game. That offense needs to start clicking. They need to do better play calling. I imagine the Steelers offense is going to be exactly what was at the Bears game. So, yeah, this should be really good. I don't know who to pick here. Let's see what I picked. I'm actually going with the Bengals, upset of the week, and this is my team, so I am very biased. So yeah, just deal with it. I got the Bengals winning here. I just don't think that. I think our offense at its fullest potential. Like you could literally just fucking throw bombs, just bomb it to the end zone all day, and we'd be better than the Steelers' offense. Like Big Ben can't fucking move. He has absolutely no fucking mobility like Justin Fields had for half of the game. So I think it'll be fine. I think the Bengals should be able to win this one and potentially go out of Heinz Field with a positive record. And that's what I got for that one. Next up, you got the Ravens versus the Lions. Lions put up a pretty competitive game for one half at the Packers on Monday night, and then they kind of just fell apart. It was 17-14. They were in the lead, and then the ending score was 17-35. So I think Goff had a few turnovers that went their way, and Packers just kind of blew them out of the water. It really exposed that Lions offense. So, and upset for the Ravens, they beat the Chiefs. You know, you could literally beat any team now, and that's why I have the Ravens winning this. Should be an easy one for the Ravens, if they are who they say they are. So, don't choke this game. You know that would be a very terrible thing to do. Next up, you got the Jets versus the Broncos. Broncos starting 2-0, and I think they're going to start 3-0 against the Jets. Broncos have just had some fortunate first 3 opponents, and they've had no competition. So if the Jets got this upset, that would be very cool. But I think the Broncos should be able to handle this one. I think this is the best case for the Broncos, to be honest. You know, start 3-0. You're looking pretty good. Now you just got to deal with your AFC West opponents and see where you go from there. Broncos could be sneaky this season just because they're already going to have so many wins from these terrible ass teams. All right, next up, we got the Dolphins versus the Raiders. Same thing for the Raiders. You know, I think they just got very fortunate this week because Tua is going to be out, I believe, and if that's the case, Either way, Tua's kind of banged up. Dolphins are kind of banged up. They got absolutely shut out 35-0. I can't see them winning a game after getting shut out 35-0. And Dolphins are my second favorite team, but it feels bad. So I got the Raiders on this one, starting 3-0. They could actually make the playoffs this year, guys. It's crazy. Next up, you got the Bucks versus the Rams. I think you already know this is the game. This is the game of the week. That's the GTW is the game of the week. This is like the one versus really since the Chiefs lost. I mean, this is the one versus the 2 seed right here. And guess what? I got the Rams getting a little upset against Tom Brady. Matt Stafford is just going on a revenge tour right now, trying to destroy every team before him that destroyed him on the Lions, and I think that's a great story for the season. But I like the Bucks losing here. I think the Rams will remain undefeated. I think they have the better defense than the Buccaneers, to be honest. I think that defense is a little banged up. You know, like we saw it against the Cowboys, and they just did not look good. I think the Rams will put up more points. And I think I'm dying, but yeah, we'll get that game out of the way. I like the Rams. I think they can upset them here. I really do. All right, next game. You got the Seahawks versus the Vikings. Vikings have choked 2 games in a row. One was to my Cincinnati Bengals, and one was to the Cardinals, where they could have kicked the field goal. I'll keep reminding you guys. Don't worry. But I think the Seahawks got this one. They lost their home opener. They're going to be out for blood. They are the bird of prey. And poor Vikings. If you almost win this and choke it again, I think your season's basically over if you lose this Vikings. So, best of luck to you. Next up, Sunday night, you got the Packers versus the 49ers. NFC Championship. If this was the NFC Championship, I would pick the 49ers, but this is the Packers. They have one bad game all season, and they already had it week 1, apparently. So give me the 49ers to get a little upsetted here in a game of the week for sure. A game to watch. Yeah, give me the Packers. If this was the NFC Championship, 49ers all the way because Packers sucked during that. But I think Packers should be able to beat them in the regular season. They definitely don't want to start 1-2. That's disgusting. But I think 49ers won't be undefeated anymore, and the Packers will get the dub. Next up, the primetime game that nobody fucking wants to watch. You got the Eagles versus the Cowboys. And I think I don't know what to think about this one. Well, I know it's a terrible game. NFL is just shoving NFC least games up down our throats, and I am not here for it. But I'll watch this game. It's good Monday night with Peyton Manning and Eli Manning. Talking about these teams. So can't wait to see what they got to say. And yeah, this is not a game to watch, by the way. Don't worry about that. This is far from it, but I think I'm just gonna give it to the more high-powered offense. I feel is definitely proven to be more high-powered, and I'll give it to the Cowboys offense. And that will be the week, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my deadly coughs, and hope you guys have a good week. And I'll see you next time.